Norman in at least 6 months. Mainly dry. Temperatures warming into the upper 70s for our Tuesday afternoon. We'll go back down into the mid-50s overnight around the lake and then warm up into the low 80s by the time we get into our Wednesday. Gradually getting a little bit warmer. We'll stay dry with low to mid-80s by the weekend. That's your forecast with the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshlawFirm.com.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Welcome to Community Centered, a show that features people in the community doing good things. Now, here are your hosts, Debbie O'Handley and Margi Kyle.
Welcome, Margie. It's been a couple of weeks. How are you? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I feel like I need instructions on how to behave. How about you? And apparently we do, since we have balls rolling around and everything here today. But, well, welcome back.
Thank you. You too.
Did you have a nice 2 weeks?
Well, my daughter came for a visit, and that was wonderful to have her here.
Yeah.
And we got my ex-husband all settled in a nursing home.
Okay.
And, all
good.
That neat stuff.
Well, then you've had a joyous 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell by that. I don't know. I can't believe it's September. I'm still waiting on the 4th of July to happen. So it's crazy
did
to
you
me
miss
that
it?
I feel like I missed summer because half of it was 1,000 degrees and the other half was rainy and cold.
I know.
So
You're right.
I'm just feeling kind of, sad that summer is gone, but happy that it's September.
Me too.
Do you know what today is?
No.
Today is September 9th, which is the opening of the 999 portal. And what that means is it's a day for you to let go, release, and bring in new energy. So today is the 9th month, the 9th day, and you add all those numbers up and they equal 999. And it means, in angel speak, of letting go and releasing any bad energy or bad feelings and just welcoming in the new.
I think that's beautiful because that's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, so I'm leaving behind my sadness of missing the summer and welcoming in the fall and saying in joyful anticipation that we're going to get to a good place.
Well, and September's always a hard time because I so remember 9/11.
Mm-hmm. We have that. Yes, absolutely.
And
that.
So
and
to be able to clear all the other stuff,
release
and be with the families who really need it.
It means 999 means completion.
Okay.
So just let it all go and bring in the good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, I got to tell you, I am part of the Lake Norman Women Magazine Gala, and for no particular reason, I was put in charge of buying the wine.
I wonder why.
I don't know, for the wine auction. So I went to the wine store. And a shout out to William and Angela, because if you've ever been in the wine store and there are thousands of bottles on the shelf, I get a little overwhelmed by, oh my gosh, what are we going to have here? So I just told them what the budget was and they said, oh, let's have fun. They got a cart and within 15 minutes, they were having a ball, picking out wine, spending somebody else's money, but it's all for a good cause for the gala. But I just wanted anybody to know that if you have a particular need or need something, ask for William or Angela. They are delightful and we're so sweet about being considerate of, we've got so many reds and so many whites and so many pinks. And then my good friend, Charlie Boone, who's a friend of yours, he was representing a company called Grind with Gratitude.
Okay.
That is supported by the great Brene Brown, and it is a THC-infused, soda water with flavoring in it, and it just is kind of a chill thing. But it was so awesome to meet him and know. He said, do you know my Margie? I said, my Margie? So you were spoken about in a lovely way at the wine store of all places, over a can of THC. Right. So if that doesn't explain Margie right there, I don't know what does. But it was just It's such a small community, but a big community.
It is. It gets smaller by the day.
Right. But to know that you can walk into a retail space, have a need, get it fulfilled, and then your name gets mentioned and associated with that. I think Tim Boone is on your board of Little Smiles.
Yes. He is.
And
He's the
wife,
president.
Yes. And his wife, Janice, was there. We made a big introduction. And she's like, it's so great to meet you. And you're on the radio with Margie. I said, well, rumor has it we're on the radio. We haven't been in a couple of weeks. But anyway, I just wanted to make mention of them.
And I think the last time they were on, you were somewhere else.
Yeah, I've been kind of having a little bit of a crazy Tuesday these last couple of months. But
now your daughter and granddaughter were here.
Yes, they were, and we're coming up on a 1-year birthday. If you can believe that,
I can't.
It just blows my mind. That year went so fast, and a lot happened in that year with opening the 2 new houses and getting those families settled in. So we've got them settled, and a wonderful new partnership with Atrium and the Cornelius Police Department. So we are delighted that we can be making hope happen with.
And I'm going to be a great grandmother.
When does baby due?
After Christmas, and I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
I wasn't supposed to know, but my grandson couldn't keep it from me.
Okay.
And then I was told not to tell anybody.
So you just told the world. So as a
no, this was a couple months ago.
Okay. So
I'm thinking, how do I talk to my daughter and not tell her son's having a baby?
Yeah.
And then he said, you can talk to my mom, because I did tell her too.
So what will you be called?
Grammy.
Grammy?
Yeah.
Not great Grammy?
Or great, whatever.
You're already great, Margie. So, I mean, just throw another adjective.
As long as they call me.
Just throw another adjective to describe you. My nieces call me Auntie Bling.
Yeah, well.
So you could be Grammy
I wear
Bling.
my grandson's Air Force Academy ring.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like jewelry. And they were asked,
perfect.
Who do you know that you admire that likes jewelry? He said, that's easy, my Grammy.
Absolutely. I don't know if you can get a close-up on that, Reese, but I mean, the lady is dripping, bejeweled here.
Bejeweled.
Sometimes he wants you to show your hands, Margie. Put them up. Yes, there she is, in all of her bejeweledness. So, anyway, things are good. We're releasing bad energy. We're welcoming in good energy.
Yes, it's 999.
Yes, and you have a new baby coming.
Yes.
So we're having that good energy come in. We're having fantastic weather.
This is my kind of weather.
Yes. And we have a great guest on today who has some new beginnings herself that she's going to be talking about, and some other good stuff that she's doing for our nonprofit partners in the community. So we're excited to talk to her about that and get all the scoop on that.
So did your granddaughter sort of tear your house apart?
We were, when she came here, we had to get all the stuff. So the playpen, the crib, the blah, blah, blah. My husband said, is this Reston South? Because we have all the things here. No, she didn't really.
She didn't.
No, she blended right in. She had her first lake experience, her first pool experience. So, and we're teething now. So that's kind of hard. She had her first music class today. So lots of
my
firsts.
kids had teeth by 3 months old.
Yeah, she's got a 4 on top that are busting through all at the same time, and it's been kind of rough. But you know what? I said, "Well, someday a man's going to break your heart, sister. So snap out of it. You're gonna have to figure out what it feels like anyway." So that's what happens.
Teething and a man breaking your heart.
Yeah,
okay, that's
what
a
happens.
whole nother show.
You're gonna cut your teeth on men breaking your heart for sure. But when we come back, our guest today, you are going to be introducing her, and she's probably got a lot to say.
I think so.
She's got some stuff to leave behind. She's got some stuff to tell us about, and some an exciting new chapter in her life.
Yes.
So
yes, I'm proud of her.
When we come back from this break, you will be hearing from her, Miss Jamie Lane, and we will hear all of her exciting stuff here on Community Centered. Just one more shout out to the McIntosh Law Firm, too, for their sponsorship of this program. We haven't said that in 2 weeks, so we need to get that out there, that they do beautiful things for our nonprofits in our community. We'll be back here shortly on Community Centered.
Good news lives here. It's Community Centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd be willing to bet money this is probably one of our most beautiful weeks of weather around Lake Norman in at least 6 months. Mainly dry. Temperatures warming into the upper 70s for our Tuesday afternoon. We'll go back down into the mid-50s overnight around the lake and then warm up into the low 80s by the time we get into our Wednesday. Gradually getting a little bit warmer. We'll stay dry with low to mid-80s by the weekend. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Score designer deals Tuesday through Sunday this week at the Green Jeans Consignment Sale, now at 601 Milestone Venue in Concord, formerly the Bilo Center. It's fashion, fun, and major savings. Visit greenjeansale.com. The 500 Club in Statesville presents the Thirsty Thursdays tournament on September 11th at 5:30 p.m. Click on the 500 Club online for more information on events, golf lessons, club memberships, and tee times. The annual Bands, Brews, and Barbecue Festival, presented by DeBotech, returns to Mooresville on Saturday. The celebration of music, beer, and barbecue begins at 4 p.m. across downtown and Liberty Park. Over 20 barbecue trucks will be on hand. The B3 Beer Garden will be open with a selection of craft beers from local and regional breweries. Ghostface Brewing will have a special brew with proceeds benefiting the U.S. Olympic bobsled team. The music lineup features dial-up radio, Starship, and Night Ranger. Bands, Brews, and Barbecue is Saturday in Mooresville. The NHRA 4-Wide Carolina Nationals happens at ZMAX Dragway September 19th through the 21st. This is the only 4-wide race in the countdown to the championship. Every ticket is a pit pass, giving fans unmatched access to the drivers and crews who power the NHRA's thunderous 11,000 horsepower machines to their limits. Click on charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets and information about the NHRA 4-Wide Carolina Nationals at the Bellagio of Drag Strips. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Shining a light on who's making a difference. It's Community Centered, hosted by Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back. We've just had more fun during the break, and I'm glad you stayed with us. Today we have Jamie Lane. And before I ask you what this is all about, I got up this morning, I went to Facebook, and all of a sudden there you were. Your picture was there, and it said, taking on the Director of Revenue Growth and Strategic Partnership role at Corp's Partners.
It said announcement. I said, wait a minute, we have her booked for the show today.
I know. I thought, is she going to be talking about your nonprofit, which we'll get to in a minute, but congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
Because,
Excited.
yeah, it got me kind of stirred up quite early this morning. So anyway, but then you show up with this and I'm going, what does this have to do with nonprofit that you're going to be dealing with?
Because I was racing up for my lunch meeting with Matt Doherty from Carolina, old basketball coach. And I got stopped along the way because traffic. But like I went up there, not just to meet him and have conversation, but to get my ball signed. Because my grandfather, I don't know if you can see it, my grandfather was one of the oldest living basketball players around the 100th year celebration. And this is the signature message that Dean Smith sent. So I wanted Matt Doherty's on it just because it's kind of cool to have some coaches, all coaches on it. So Matt Doherty signed my ball, and we found my grandfather's picture in the 100-year celebration book. His basketball team is on that picture. And so I was like, I can't leave here without you doing that. So put me a couple minutes late to where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get here.
That's okay. That's okay. That's worth being late for.
It is.
That's right.
I mean, honestly.
Oh, that's
It's special to me.
beautiful. Now we're coming up to the second annual Lake Norman Connecting Our Communities Nonprofit Expo.
Yes.
And I remember the first one. It was at the old wine store
In
with
Brookdale.
torrential rains. It was just,
During the hurricane.
oh my gosh.
And venue changed.
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
But you pulled that off. You really did.
And she's having another one.
And you came back for more.
So this is September 24th. That's a Wednesday, I believe, between 3 and 6. And it says at Walk Through Plans in Huntersville. I went, where is that?
I'll send you the address.
Okay.
And we'll tell you on here too. But Walkthrough Plans is actually an amazing business. Tiffany Roberts, she has brought it here, and it's the only one in North Carolina so far. But what they do is they take your house plans and they project them on the floor life size. So
Oh, I love that.
it's crazy.
I love that.
So
Yeah.
before they start the build, you can walk
You
the
can
actual
walk through your-
size.
yes.
And you can put a clothes rack in there, and she has couches and all that. So I have an empty space, and it's covered this year.
Oh, I think that's
So,
fabulous.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
And it won't matter if it's raining.
No,
Awesome.
it'll sound great on the tin roofs.
There you go. How many people do you have so far committed?
Committed. I'll have to go back through. I think we have 28 or so.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and then we've got some restaurants that do give backs.
Nice.
And some vendors that service nonprofits. And we invite our business community first and foremost, like our teams and, different manufacturers and some of the industries to bring their teams out. Then we also are inviting students that need volunteer hours because, certain schools have to have a minimum
That's
volunteer.
right.
Right?
That's right.
And so I know for my kids, it was 40 hours each year. And they volunteered a lot with my nonprofit.
Yeah.
So once you find a nonprofit and you can see what else out there, it's not saying, hey, Mom, I need to go volunteer. Where do I go volunteer?
That's right. Yeah.
It's really going out and saying, oh, my God, I never knew all of these opportunities existed. I really love dogs, right? I want to be with a nonprofit that serves to animals, right? But they can pick, right? They can pick right then and there and and it may lead to something more. It may be working in the nonprofit world, or it may be committing to working with that nonprofit for a long time.
That's right.
So it's not just let's check
Yeah.
your box and get the hours. That goes also for the businesses.
But I think it's wonderful for the kids to get out and see how many people and how many nonprofits there are in this area.
Yes.
Well, I think also the businesses too, because they're really hard to attract to the nonprofit space.
It is.
Unless they're doing a drive or something like that. So to have that publicity is lovely.
Yeah.
Great
The
idea.
great thing about it too is I will be emailing all the nonprofits and ask for your wish list. And I'm hoping what will happen, the goal of that to happen is, find those teams or those sports clubs or whatever and have them bring in the items you're needing to the event. They're not having to find you. They're not having to go there. They're actually, if they're already coming, they're purposely coming. So why not have a little give back as well at that time?
Nice.
So whether it's canned foods or blankets or
We
whatever.
see September for us is our blanket drive. I mean, we
That's
give
right.
so
I just
many
saw that.
blankets. It's just unbelievable.
So if you have blankets,
Yeah.
Margie will be there with little
I
smiles.
will.
So bring her blankets.
Absolutely. So what's your mission?
So the mission of this is I love connecting people.
Yeah.
I love
okay.
working with nonprofits, and I love working local. And the goal to this event is any nonprofit that works or serves in the Lake Norman region, like the towns that outline the lake, right? Not all the way in Concord, but maybe Kannapolis, right? Or Denver, those kind of towns that are related to this area and that are easily accessible. So they can come and they get to share their mission, their opportunity, and their needs to the community. They have a table, and we promote it. I've promoted it, I think, on everything I think I can imagine right now because I'll take on any nonprofit that wants to be there because this is a time to be visually in front of our community.
Yeah.
And it's also the opportunity to make people realize, I understand if you're very into Red Cross or St. Jude's, they're great organizations. But Are you hands-on? Do you know the people you're serving? Do you know? And
Boy,
with
that is so right on.
It is. And so if you have your businesses that connect and your community that connect, now you've got your funding here, your resources here, your needs are here.
Before I started Little Smiles, I was working with a big one. And I felt like I wasn't doing anything because I wasn't touching any people.
Yeah. And I'll give you a good example of this. So, sorry, guys, but I'm going to hit on Angels and Sparrows right now. Because if the three of us were to go into Angels and Sparrows and volunteer, so we're serving food, we're pouring tea, running, helping out at the store. Great. But if three of us go as a team and get trained on a volunteer position, you have to be trained on like packaging food, cooking, or running the store. You have to be trained on all this. You can't just say, hey, I'm in here to volunteer, mingle with the people, right?
Yeah.
People don't know you unless you come back.
That's right.
Right? So if you four or us three train and we go back to work, next time one of us has to go and train the other two and so forth to train your whole company on that specific position. But in that time, you're building relationships. You are knowing the people you serve or pets or, whatever it is. You know the mission, you know the opportunities to where you can speak on behalf of it like you work there. And you're meeting volunteers, which is your business networking connections, but to really see how you impact the people, the results. And so that's what my ask is: partner with one of the nonprofits for a year, test it out, because if you don't, we don't know it works unless you try it, right? But if you were to dedicate all your funding, your time, volunteering, and your support to one nonprofit for a full year, no matter how big or small they are, because every one of them needs help, and do that for a year, you go to another one, right? So we jump from Little Smiles to Hope House, right? But at Hope House, you can always go back in that same position because you're trained. But also, they can also call you, anybody on your team at any time, and say, hey, there's nobody to fill this position. So-and-so is sick, blah, blah, blah. Can you run over here for an hour or two? Done. Because you're training your community on all the nonprofit and helping solve the volunteer, the lack of volunteers participating. And so that's kind of how I see it, and I'm presenting it because I'm a connector. I love connecting people and opportunities. I mean, even both of you guys, no, not you, even Debbie. I had some bags left over from a fundraiser.
We'll take them. We'll take some.
Oh yeah, I have some. We'll go right afterwards. Storage is right in there. But I thought of them because I thought, they have kids, they have moms, and these bags were meant for people that have lost a lot. And to bring positivity and joy and comfort. And so it's like, I think of that, like, okay, I know who can choose that. And I reach out to them. But that's also how I'm building my relationships with them because I know them.
Yeah. I think too, Jamie, a lot of people don't think from the corporate end of it, how much the nonprofits need them. We recently got involved with Wells Fargo warehouse that's in Huntersville, and they have a huge warehouse space where all of the Wells Fargos that close down or whatever, their stuff goes into this warehouse space. And they said to us, do you need like pens? Do you need like pads of paper? We're like, yes, we need all that kind of stuff.
They should come to our event.
Exactly. And he called me last week and he said, we've got 9 pallets of Christmas decorations. Could you use them? I said, yeah, we have, 8 houses now. We could use them. But it's just an idea of, they were like, well, we were going to throw it all in the landfill. Yeah. I said, no. And I'll reach out to my nonprofit partners and, go from there. So wonderful idea. We love that you're connecting people. I think that you're energetic and magnetic. So people, gravitate towards that. And we appreciate that you've got that ability to do that.
And one other thing is vendors, right? Vendors and give back businesses like restaurants who do the 20% off goes back to your whatever. But we're inviting them to come out because then nonprofits and your business community could literally sign up for your whole year of give backs.
Hold that thought.
We're going to break. That's awesome. When we come back, we're going to be hearing more about that and how to get in touch with you because I'm sure people want to know that.
Spotlight and kindness, one story at a time. It's community centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle. presented by the Macintosh Law Firm on WSIC.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd be willing to bet money this is probably one of our most beautiful weeks of weather around Lake Norman in at least 6 months. Mainly dry. Temperatures warming into the upper 70s for our Tuesday afternoon. We'll go back down into the mid-50s overnight around the lake and then warm up into the low 80s by the time we get into our Wednesday. Gradually getting a little bit warmer. We'll stay dry with low to mid-80s by the weekend. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the Macintosh Law Firm, visit MacintoshlawFirm.com.
Prioritizing your health is one of the best ways to take care of yourself. From routine visits to the joys of pregnancy to the illnesses that stop you in your tracks, Iredell Health System will be by your side. Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
Inspire your team and gallop to greatness. Our horses at Willow Equine are outstanding at working with people on leadership and team building skills, perfect for corporate retreats. Visit willowequine.com as you gallop to greatness.
Are you sick of running out of hot water? Whether it's in the middle of a shower or doing dishes, cold water's never fun. Say goodbye to those surprises with a Rinnai tankless water heater from GMV Energy. This energy-efficient propane-powered solution heats water instantly, so you'll never run out again. Plus, it saves money and frees up space. Propane models start at just $295 after rebates. Visit any G&B Energy location or gbenergy.com to learn more.
Center for the Arts. We believe art is for everyone. From our exciting performing arts series and gallery exhibits to robust education programs and impactful community initiatives, there's something for everyone. Visit canearts.org.
If you need home medical equipment, call Lowry Drug in Statesville. We have everything you need in stock, including portable oxygen concentrators, CPAPs, masks, lift chairs, wheelchairs, scooters, hospital beds, supplies, and anything else you need. Get it when you need it. Check out LowryDrug.com or call 704-873-2247. Lowry Drug, your hometown source since 1959, across from Iredell Memorial Hospital. We are worth the drive. Come see us.
Ready to take control of your weight with real medical support? At Renew Specialty Group, we offer semaglutide, tirzepatide, and now retatrutide with complimentary consultations, personalized plans, and real results. Visit RenewHealthWellnessNC.com. Your transformation starts here. Don't miss a thing. Download the WSIC News app today. WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Apple is hoping a thinner iPhone will be the update it needs to keep customers hooked on its biggest moneymaker. The iPhone Air has a new video recording feature that records front and back at the same time. It'll sell for just about $1,000. Its new smartwatch can now connect to satellites, and the latest AirPods are equipped with real-time translation capabilities. Cracker Barrel says it's going back to its old business model and will not be following through with additional store remodels. It comes after the chain also walked back its new logo that eliminated Uncle Herschel in his overalls leaning on a barrel. That change ended up sending its shares lower. Critics had accused the chain of erasing emblems of American culture. On its website today, Cracker Barrel said if your restaurant has not already been remodeled, it won't be. Markets are higher. They're up between 1/10 and 0.5%. I'm Nancy Lyons, Bloomberg Radio.
Friendly reminder, don't brake when you see the lake.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Real people making a real impact. The Macintosh Law Firm brings you Community Centered, right here on WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back. If you have a question for either Debbie, myself, or Jamie, please feel free to call 844-STUDIO-4. We love call-ins, so don't be shy. And if you have a nonprofit that you would like us to interview, please call and let Reese know. Still, 844-STUDIO-4. Jamie, you're doing so many good things for our community and nonprofits. If somebody wants to register for September 24th, how do they get a hold of you?
So at this point, I would recommend they just email me at jaime@linklakenorman.com because the portal is filling up.
Okay.
And, and we're so close to the event that I want to make sure.
Give your email one more time.
JAIME at link, that's LINK, lakenorman.com.
Okay, beautiful.
You spell out Lake Norman, or is it LKN?
Yes. No, Lake Norman.
Lake Norman,
yeah.
okay. Okay, good.
Okay, yeah. What an exciting day that's going to be.
I'm excited because we have a podcaster coming in that's interviewing all the nonprofits.
Oh, that's right.
She did it last year.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, so she's coming back and she's going to interview all the nonprofits.
I think I was one of the first.
You probably. I'm sure you were.
I think you were, Margie.
Sure she was. She got the spotlight.
Didn't surprise me. Yeah. Hey.
But we're having that, and then we have Piedmont Federal Bank. Actually, it's Piedmont Bank now. But Piedmont Bank is doing a panel discussion for our nonprofits in the community from 2:45 to 3:15. Event starts at 3. So kind of as people come in, but given the opportunity for questions and answers and that kind of thing prior.
Okay.
And it's going to be really good because it's going to say, hey, these are what you need to be looking for. This is what we can do for you for nonprofit work. And these things you shouldn't do, even those people are telling you to do. It's an informational panel.
So our show is all about supporting the nonprofits in the community. So I'm wondering if you could provide a link for people to sign up to be a guest on the show.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, or have one of you at one of the tables and registering them right there.
Well, I will be there.
Yeah, so I think that would be great, Margie, if we have like a sign up.
Yeah.
But helping us advertise there so that people know if they
Well,
want to.
and I usually walk
around.
around and ask people.
But then now people can come to you.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, that would be a novel idea.
Would that be something?
I just want to make it as easy for everyone as I can and have as many resources there.
I think I like this 999 day.
Yeah.
Right?
Let your connector plug you in.
Yeah,
and let
that's
her,
right. Yeah.
Let her work for you,
Well,
Margie.
it's great because it is. It's like your one-stop shop that's all local.
Yeah.
And you're using your resources
Yeah.
and your businesses that are local so they are able to do more
That's awesome.
because they're right around the corner.
Yeah.
Good. Wonderful.
I just think it's a great day. It's a great day. Now, is there a cost
To attend?
Yeah.
No cost to attend. I have 2 platforms for nonprofits that I had to just come up with because I think that me charging for it has been a little hindrance. But I don't have enough sponsors to cover what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, I'm absolutely looking for sponsors. What else did you ask me? My old brain is.
Yeah. Are you charging? So I know that we had to pay a fee
Yeah. So the nonprofit, the reason
have a
that is
table.
because then you get a table, you get a podcast, because if you're not on my portal, you're going to be the very last to do the podcast if she has time.
Okay.
Right. And they're about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And so but you also, as a nonprofit, have a portal on our site that has a lot of views right now. And as we push it on social media, see, the portal is a button, a large logo button with your nonprofit name, click that, back to your page, volunteer button, and a donate button, back to those pages. And then I'm working with a wealth management, undisclosed right now, but to have a button at the top of the page to where anyone can filter in money. And at the end of the year is diversified between all the nonprofits only on that platform.
Wow.
So hopefully,
Okay.
you know, even by speaking to him, my person, he's like, we have so many people that come to us and say, just put it somewhere. And he said, I'd absolutely put it right there, meaning we hope to give you more than $150 back.
Yeah.
You know, when you get 5 social media pushes a quarter, you know, newsletter, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot to it.
Yes.
So,
Well, and you got to spend money to make money sometimes.
Right. Right. Yep. And it's giving you all your visibility to local people.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So intentionally, that's a big deal to me. So even the businesses, nonprofits use businesses every day.
That's right.
Your insurance, your marketing, HR, fundraising, grant writers, those are our business we want to help be there to help participate. If you
Well,
print
I
T-shirts,
love the hours,
right?
too.
Like if you print T-shirts,
Yeah.
you should be there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The hours because the kids can come, the high school kids.
Yes.
And to me, that is so important that they find a niche that fills what they want to do.
Yeah.
To give back to the community.
And it could lead to so much more.
It does.
And it leads to connections. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody you
Yeah.
meet when you volunteer with them, go find them on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
They're now your contact. You have a relationship to start.
Yes.
You know, but now you actually have a contact that you volunteered with who you would have never met. And maybe they got you a job somewhere else.
That's right. Yeah.
So it all aligns. It's a big circle.
You don't like your job, do you? Your eyes
now
just
that
light up.
Al is so funny because it's like, I mean, I've only been back in the workforce 3.5 years, but when I came back, I was ready.
Yeah.
And I had so much behind me, creativity wise, that I was ready to burn, you know, and it was very easy because I did have a lot of connections already. My old boss used to call me the mayor every time we had a meeting because people would walk in from the day one and I would have a relationship somehow, whether it's high school or dance class or whatever. I had a relationship with them. And, you know, we would dig down till we found what it was because we were like, yeah, I know you from somewhere. But I will say almost 98% of our meetings that came into our office, I had a relationship with.
Wow.
And somebody asked me, if your old boss, what would he call it? What would he say about you today? And I said, oh, he would absolutely say, we called her the mayor.
The connector.
Yeah. And it was just, I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
But I love helping people. I love connecting them to the right person. You know, if I hear somebody, hey, I have a friend who's struggling with this and this, I said, you know, you need to connect with Dove House, but also these are other ones that you should connect with too, because you know, maybe they have an autistic child,
That's right?
And so it's really working together as a hub, to benefit each other.
And I think this community is very good at doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're smarter together, aren't we,
We
Margie?
are. We are.
Yes. So
yeah.
That's cool. I love that idea. I was just thinking with Hope House and Angels and Sparrows, right? We're a house, we're a home, we have all these people, we need food, they serve people. You know, it's just amazing how we draw a full circle around. We've talked about this many times, right? In our community where you throw
That's why
that
we're
pebble in the
dots
lake.
today.
That's right, because you come full circle.
Well, and it's funny because that's even like Angels and Sparrows and stuff. I work with their kids as well in internship programs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's another piece of this puzzle, right?
That's right.
That I'm building.
Yeah.
With workforce. So
That's great.
Super excited about it.
So tell us about your new adventure.
So this is funny because
wait a minute.
We may have to hold that thought.
That scared me.
There was not enough.
I was not prepared for that.
Not enough minutes to tell that about. When we come back from break, Jamie's going to tell us about her new adventure. If her old adventure wasn't enough, now she's going to have some more excitement going on with something new in our community. So,
you know, we just get going and the time just flies.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told my daughter, don't bother me.
Yeah, right.
Don't call.
Margie always tries to create a script, and it never works because we just go off script. So,
Yeah, I think you're right there, and then you're there, and then you're there.
there's all papers in front of her. There's nothing in front of me because we're not scripted here. But we'll be back here shortly on Community Centered.
It's because that's your.
Good news lives here. It's Community Centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd be willing to bet money this is probably one of our most beautiful weeks of weather around Lake Norman in at least 6 months. Mainly dry. Temperatures warming into the upper 70s for our Tuesday afternoon. We'll go back down into the mid-50s overnight around the lake and then warm up into the low 80s by the time we get into our Wednesday. Gradually getting a little bit warmer. We'll stay dry with low to mid-80s by the weekend. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Score designer deals Tuesday through Sunday this week at the Green Jeans Consignment Sale, now at 601 Milestone Venue in Concord, formerly the Buy Low Center. It's fashion, fun, and major savings. Visit greenjeansale.com. The 500 Club in Statesville presents the Thirsty Thursdays tournament on September 11th at 5:30 p.m. Click on the 500 Club online for more information on events, golf lessons, club memberships, and tee times. The annual Bands, Brews, and Barbecue Festival, presented by Debotech, returns to Mooresville on Saturday. The celebration of music, beer, and barbecue begins at 4 p.m. across downtown and Liberty Park. Over 20 barbecue trucks will be on hand. The B3 Beer Garden will be open with a selection of craft beers from local and regional breweries. Ghostface Brewing will have a special brew with proceeds benefiting the U.S. Olympic bobsled team. The music lineup features Dial-Up Radio, Starship, and Night Ranger. Bands, Brews, and Barbecue is Saturday in Mooresville. The NHRA 4-Wide Carolina Nationals happens at ZMAX Dragway September 19th through the 21st. This is the only 4-wide race in the countdown to the championship. Every ticket is a pit pass, giving fans unmatched access to the drivers and crews who power the NHRA's thunderous 11,000 horsepower machines to their limits. Click on charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets and information about the NHRA 4-Wide Carolina Nationals at the Bellagio of Drag Strips. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshlawfirm.com.
Shining a light on who's making a difference. It's Community Centered, hosted by Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back to Community Centered. You hear us laughing. We have so much fun during the break, and today has been one of those days. So we put out there into the universe the 999. We are just attracting so much good energy in here, don't you think, Margie?
I think so, too.
We truly are. So, Jamie, a new adventure.
Yes.
Like Margie said, woke up this morning to Facebook announcement. There it was, announcement, and we were like, what is going on?
Freaked me out.
So tell us, what is new on the horizon?
So basically, I'm still doing Link Lake Norman and building it and growing it.
Now, just for clarity, Link Lake Norman is your
That's
business,
my baby.
your thing.
Yeah.
You created
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yes. And I've really started doing the work like 2 months ago.
Okay.
It's very new, but it's absolutely growing. And that is all about supporting nonprofits, building a pipeline of workforce through programs, self-skill training. It's kind of like your cotillion for workforce so that you are career ready and you're ready to get into internships. You're ready to take on what's next and be confident in it. So I have a whole program dedicated to that, but I'm also a connector. So like if you have a new business in town or setting up a new business, or you've moved here, or you're setting up a team here,
Wow.
whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
That's where your sweet spot is. Your sweet spot is not networking.
Mm.
That's not your job, because you need to be focused on what makes the business run and get that up and running. I'm your networker.
Yes.
You know, call me, because I can pretty much get you anywhere, even if it's through a who's this, who's that, you know,
So,
like.
and newcomers are.
Yeah, absolutely. Just maybe if they want, I mean, I've been here since 1983, and
Yeah.
I mean, I know I could drive the lake the back of my hand
Yeah,
at night with
okay.
no lights, right? But, you know, I know the area, so it's absolutely like
Yeah.
pushing that. So it aligns with my new role. So the way that this aligns is I'm a fractional partner with Corpse Partners, excuse me. And the great thing about this is my role is now in recruiting and building relationships. That's my key, is I don't build a client, I build a relationship.
Okay.
That job was made for you.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really excited because I also bring the insight of being creative and being different to where I can, you know, my strategy is I want to know you. I want to work with you. I want to experience you before I ever introduce you to anybody else. Because if I don't like what you got, I'm not going to refer you.
That's right.
Because if it's giving me bad vibes, why would I want to connect you with my contacts?
Yeah.
And so it's a vetted process, really. But that's kind of what I'm doing with the businesses too, that are looking for new hires. That I know the businesses. You know, I'm in networks with them, or you know, I've been a part of their programs, or worked with these industries, manufacturing, healthcare. Like I know their cultures and what they expect, you know, walking in the door day one.
Yeah.
And so a company can come to me and say, hey, literally, in the next 6 months, I'm going to be hiring 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. And I can start day one for the 6 month out of recruiting somebody for those exact positions, because I know their culture. I know what they're looking for.
Yes.
I know what they do, you know, and the process they do. I know how clean their floors are if you can eat off of them, you know. So, you know, those manufacturing type jobs are that, you know, and I know it. So it's easy for me to find somebody or a business to connect them to the exact right people locally.
Matchmaker made in heaven.
Matchmaker made in heaven.
So tell a little bit of your history, Jamie, because I know you were a stay-at-home mom,
Yes.
right? And you mentioned it earlier that just 3.5 years ago, you came back into the workforce. But for that stay-at-home mom that might be listening, who's saying, "Oh gosh, how do I
have a
start?
whole
Like,
thing."
yeah, what do I do? Who am I? How do I make this happen?" Because I see a lot on the Facebook of women that talk
Yep.
about that, right? That say, "Hey, I'm just a stay-at-home mom." No, you're not.
Right.
You are a
I got a whole
percolating.
thing.
Yeah, you're a little Keurig
Yeah.
of ideas.
Yes.
And I envision you 3.5 years ago of someone that was that person that was sitting there thinking, I'm gonna get this up
Right.
and running. These are my ideas. And then you said about making a plan to make it happen. What'd that look like?
I'm a visionary.
Yeah. But how
I
did
am
you
a creative visionary.
So
Like,
how did you go from being a stay-at-home mom to becoming to actually being that person?
drinking a bottle of wine on the porch with my best friend?
Okay.
That might do it.
Who motivated me and said, you know, I'm going to help you get out there. And, you know, 3 months later, I got a call from the EDC saying, okay, let's go. And it was because I was creative and different, and I brought different aspects, and I knew the area. I mean, my dad was a builder, so I knew site selections, I know inspections and all that stuff, right? So I'd already worked with all these companies in the same area, you know, like same circles. So that part really comes naturally to me. I know if you're walking in, whether to look for a leak or, you know, if the floor hasn't been put down right. I know that. And it's also because my background was interior design years ago.
Okay.
And so, being a stay-at-home mom wasn't by choice at first. It was because of the recession. And I had my own interior design business. It was thriving. It was going great until it didn't.
Yeah.
And nobody was doing anything. They didn't care about their houses being pretty. They couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
And so my kids were 2 and 4 and in preschool, because I worked part-time from home, and then my sisters and I would swap kids just so we didn't have to have daycare.
Yeah.
And it was awesome because I actually nannied up until the end of my not being back into the workforce, because I just love kids. and that was one thing I knew I was good at. And, I could teach them things that I learned from my kids. And actually, the parents as well, they're like, oh my God, I don't know what they're doing. They're not sleeping at night because I had a newborn baby. And then after she was 3 weeks old when I got her, and then her sister came along, and I had them for 5.5 years, and they were our family. But I was able to also help coach her mom through, hey, don't take her to the doctor. That's probably an ear infection. Do this, and then reevaluate it tomorrow. But with that being said, I created through Lake Norman. It's called Women Who Link.
Okay.
Strategic. Just think about it. It's connecting, the link sign. But what it is, it's my story. So it is being a stay-at-home mom and not wanting to put your kids in daycare or can't afford to put your daycare, even if you are working, because you're making $25 an hour. Honestly, you're really making 10.
Yeah.
After taxes and daycare or nanny, you're making, what's that worth? What does that make you feel like you're worth? Nothing. And I felt like I was worth absolutely nothing. It was super hard. It was super depression. I mean, it was a hard stage to get out of. And I didn't have a lot of support, right? That was my job, and I taught preschool, did all the things. And I was just so unhappy. And so when I did get the opportunity, it all came together, and it's still coming together. But this Women Who Link, being my story, is part-time moms needing part-time jobs.
Yep.
Or, 19 years out of the workforce, and now how do I get back in? And how do I have the momentum and drive, and even how to get out of this rut and depression in yourself that you can't figure out? And divorce, now you got to work. Or job transition, or simply you're midlife and you just want to do something else, right? What's next for me? And so we've been doing this group for about 3 months. It's every last Wednesday of the month, except for this month because the nonprofit event is on the same day. But it's great because we've had about 12 to 15 at every session. It's very intimate. People feel safe because they're in their own circle. I mean, these aren't any women coming just to, I want to hear what it's about. These are women who purposely come because they need a job or they need a job transition or they're looking for what's next. And first time I had a recruiter and a coach. Second meeting there, I had a recruiter, a coach, and one business, which was New Blue, because I reached out to them. I saw they were hiring on LinkedIn for a development officer. So I called them because I know them. And I was like, hey, before you hire anybody for that role, could you come next week and just be the butterfly on the wall and listen? Really sit there and listen to the conversations, engage with the conversations, but see how they answer questions and how they, how they adapt and their body language, how they dress. I tell people come in your pajamas. I don't care. But how do you handle yourself, right? Or right there, you're interviewing somebody. And you're in person. And you have people who want to work, and they're trying to find themselves.
They're eager.
Yes. And that's the women who show up. And it's great because we started off with my friend Kim Coleman. She does laughter yoga to kick us off at every meeting. You'll have to come to find out. But it's so much fun because it just decompresses everybody and it brings everybody down to not be scared. We don't tell names at all until the very end, purposefully, because we want you to listen.
Yeah.
And not say, oh, she said something. I need to make sure I talk to Margie afterwards. Oh, what's her name? Margie. And you're not listening to everybody else.
That's right.
So we do that. And then at the end of the meeting, we go say our names. And so it's a comfort zone. And I love the stories. I love the people I'm meeting through it. I got a woman who's looking for her What's Next single, just moved down here in January, and she helped produce the ESPN and Super Bowl commercials.
Very cool. Jamie, we're out of time. I know. So we want you to give out that contact information one more time.
It is Jamie, Jaime, at linklakenorman.com. And the website you can find me on is www.linklakenorman.com. And you'll find the nonprofit events and all about Women Who Link and workforce development.
We want to
Thank
wish you the
you.
best of luck in your new
you.
adventure.
I'm
Thank you for
excited.
being a guest.
Yes.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
That just
Serving you better than ever before. WSIC, Statesville, W290DK Mooresville, W260